Hello and welcome to this week's Mystic Message. This week's message is around the concept of our reality existing as a mirror, and the ways in which what we bring into our lives is a mirror for ourselves in a positive and a negative way, in a light way and in a maybe darker, lower vibrational way, and how we can use this information to as a hack. This is how I can understand my reality. This is how I can understand myself. This is how I can understand my shadow and also my gifts. And a beautiful little technique energetically of how we can activate some of the, whether it's healing and transmuting energy or activating the beautiful dormant abilities or strengths within us. So many of us have heard this concept. It's not necessarily a new concept, but this is what came up. And it's around the mirror. How the people we meet, the situations that we find ourselves in, the reality that we attract around us is a mirror for something internally, right? We hear it all the time, but it doesn't often go deeper than that. And how it was presented in this message is everything being this mirror. And there's like this scale within the mirror. So this is you, and then this is what you're attracting. You're looking directly in this mirror. Some of the stuff is this higher vibrational beauty, and some of it is maybe some of the wounds, the density, the lower vibrational crap that exists. And the key to all of this is the awareness and the acceptance. That is what opens the door. That is the key that unlocks the door to instantaneous healing and evolution and activation of energy. The more that we see what the mirror is trying to tell us and show us versus what we want to see or we're trying to overlay over this mirror, if we keep forcing and we keep trying to create what we want to see instead of what's truly there, we're just going to keep getting the same mirror over and over and over, right? Do you attract the same type of person in your life, or people with similar traits or qualities or similar situations? It's in alignment as well. This is how law of attraction works in this reality, essentially. Law of attraction is what you're vibrating at, usually on a subconscious level, is what you attract into your life. And this is the same thing, except it's a gift. It's a gift. We think of it as a negative thing, but it's really a gift, because if we can understand what is this mirror trying to tell me, we are unstoppable. And the beautiful part of this message is we don't always have to know what it is. We don't necessarily, sometimes we have this mirror in front of us and we're unsure what it's trying to teach us, what it's trying to tell us about ourselves. What do I need to do with this? This message is around the fact that the awareness and unconditional acceptance is what you need the most. That almost creates this ripple effect, this snowball effect to deeper healing that sometimes we're not consciously aware of. And so you don't always have to know, which I think is another beautiful little message and nugget to the healing journey. Okay, let me look at my notes here. This is again, it's a gift. It's a tool to use. And I'm getting chills. It is a beautiful invitation to have this sacred dance with one another and to activate or transmute energy. We are not here to be solo. We are not here to do everything alone. We are here in union with others at all times. We are here in this interconnected web with other individuals. And there's something so beautiful that comes into play energetically, emotionally, mentally, physically, when when we accept the invitation for this sacred dance. I'll share that sacred dance at the end. So, first, it's really around this awareness and acceptance, and that allows us the opportunity to let go. Because the moment that we're aware of, right? If we're not aware of something, then it's really challenging to heal it, release it, transmute it, or accept it in a positive way, right? Our strength. The mirror is not just our negatives. A lot of the time the narrative is about the negative things, right? These are the things I need to heal. These are my wounds. This is, these are my weaknesses. These are the patterns. But there's also the beauty in your strengths, in your gifts, in what you can offer the world. And so the mirror is all of it. The mirror is not just the density. The mirror is the light. And it's when we don't allow ourselves to accept openly what the mirror is trying to show us, we're operating from a place of resistance and avoidance and attachment. The moment we are attached to something, the harder it is to release that energy. Again, you don't have to always know what the attachment is, all of that, right? It doesn't have to go down a heavy psychology road if that's not how you choose to do your healing. But when we are in resistance, we are attached to something, right? Maybe this thing, it's acting as a security blanket, right? Maybe your victimhood is a security blanket for you. And if maybe you are a victim. You have experienced victimhood in your life. You've had some horrible things happen to you, and that is a fact. And it's not to downplay that that's a fact, but maybe then you attract other people who are a bit woe is me, who like to throw the pity party, blame other people, lack of accountability. They exist in their victimhood as well. And until we look at that and accept that, we're not accepting it in ourselves in so many ways, and we're acting in this resistance. And maybe the resistance comes because being this victim is my security blanket. It makes me feel comfortable because that's what I've always known. I don't know anything outside of being a victim. That's been my identity, right? It could be that we're resisting some sort of ego death, right? When we truly see this person in front of us for the mirror that they are, and that is something within us, we might go through an ego death. We might realize everything that I thought and knew about myself is now crumbling, and who am I, right? What do I bring to the world? And so we can resist out of things like that. We might also, maybe we're scared to heal. Maybe we don't know that we have it in us. Maybe it's just a terrifying concept. Maybe we don't think that we're worthy. And there's so many reasons that we can be in this space of resistance that leads to attachment. But more attached we are to something, the harder it is to let it go. And the beauty of the mirror is it gives us the ability to let go through accepting somebody else instead of it directly thinking about it with yourself. It's similar to, if you've ever done inner child work. When I do inner child work with people, sometimes I'll, especially if they have kids, imagine this as your own child. What would you say to your kid? Because maybe what you would say to your own kid isn't what you would say to yourself. And so it's this weird, it's a little hack. It's like a mind hack, but it works. And that's why this is a gift. That's why this is such a beautiful component of our reality, is whatever we're resisting to look at within ourselves, it's being presented in front of us by other people. We're looking right at the exact same qualities within ourselves that we're resisting looking at. And if we can love that person, accept all of that. Yes, I see you in your victimhood, or I see you in maybe some of your toxic traits, or your this or that. And I accept you anyways. And let's have this beautiful sacred dance together. It allows everything to start falling away and creates this momentum around letting go of your own shit without even realizing it. Like how powerful. And it goes the same way for the positive stuff. So many of us, maybe we only see the negative in ourselves. Maybe we have no problem seeing the kind of lower vibrational, more dense energies within ourselves. Maybe we recognize those mirrors pretty easily. Maybe we're the type, we beat ourselves up a lot. We hold ourselves to a really high standard. We're perfectionists. We have maybe lower confidence, lower self-worth. And we see our negatives and we can take accountability for them. But maybe we struggle to see the light. Maybe we struggle to see what we're great at. And so those mirrors exist as well. And having those people, maybe you have people in your life and you admire them. Maybe there's, brilliance there. These super intelligent people or very spiritual people or very strong-willed or outspoken. All of these qualities that maybe we admire. Once we can look at them and realize this is a mirror, and let's dance. And when I say dance, I mean, it could be a physical dance, of course. I'm talking this energetic dance. And that's what came up. It's recognizing, like, the awareness. This is a mirror, right? And looking at this person and loving and accepting into yourself this energy. I love how strong-willed you are. I love how outspoken you are. Instead of, I love how outspoken you are and strong-willed, and I wish I could be that way. That's where we let go of that. I love you. I'm so aware and I love this and I accept it. And now let's activate this dance. And the way that this dance, so I'm a very clairvoyant, very visual person. I receive a lot of things very visually. So the way that this dance presented to me, and you can use this visual or you can just make the intention. Intention is everything. When it comes to energy work, alchemizing, transmuting, moving energy in any way, shape, or form, it's all about intention. It showed up this way. So whichever kind of chakra or chakras aligned with whether it was a wound, right? Maybe there's a wound around safety. And that would kind of manifest in the root chakra. And so you don't feel safe. Maybe it's a stability thing. And so maybe a financial stability. I think a lot of people are maybe struggling in that area. So that might be a good example to use. Maybe you come from poverty or you've fallen into hard times and the economy is really effing us and we're struggling to get by and pay our bills and still live our lives, right? And then we have other people that are mirrors for that are showing up that are also struggling and maybe a little woe is me or this isn't fair and they're mad at it, right? That's a mirror for you, right? They're experiencing something different, something that is in alignment with what you're experiencing. But maybe you don't recognize that you're also feeling a little attacked, a little out of control, a little disempowered, a little woe is me about it. Like, this isn't fair and I'm mad about it, which is, again, totally fair. Totally get it. But the moment you see that person, and instead of judging them or rolling your eyes or feeling pity or any of that, you say, I see you, and I love you, and I accept you, and now let's dance. And again, you don't have to say that to that person. You don't have to put yourself out there in that way. Just make that intention, and that dance looks like your root chakra lighting up, their root chakra lighting up, and this beautiful interwoven dance. It's the interweaving of energy. And it doesn't mean that their energy is coming into yours. It's a way of activating and unlocking the ability to release it through acceptance, because that's what the shadow really is about. The shadow is about acceptance. And so by allowing that dance to take place, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to do anything. It's going to just start that momentum of release. And it goes the same with the positive. This person, they're so confident. I wish I could be that confident. Stop yourself there and just step aside from those negative thoughts, right? And say, I love that. I would love to just give that person a hug. Give him a hug. Maybe when you hug, you activate that dance. All right, let's dance. And that confidence is going to emanate from the solar plexus, perhaps. And then you're going to have this beautiful dance because there is beautiful confidence within you. And we can use the mirror for this. to take place, because they're coming into your life so that you can activate your confidence, because that is a superpower that you have. Or maybe this person is a healer and you're like, I wish I could do healing work. You can. Once you see that this is a mirror and that is you, and you look at them, imagine you're looking in the mirror and you're looking at them, and allow that to transform and see yourself. See yourself as that healer. And then I invite this dance, and allow that dance to take place. Allow that energy to weave in and out and activate that inner healer or that inner confidence within you. Everything that comes into our life is an opportunity to heal, to expand, to grow, to learn, to activate. So take advantage of it. It's a beautiful tool. I hope that this helps you. Come hang out with me at fringespirit.com. We have group work. We have a monthly subscription where you can get channeled messages from yours truly every single month, and plenty of one-on-one sessions as well. So come play. Come join me.